Let's go, Insomniac Radio. We are at EDC Las Vegas 2025 with Ben Nicky.
Yo.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. You smell really good. I don't know if it's Micah or you.
Definitely not me.
It's
dude.
like,
well, I just came off stage, so I don't know if it is me, to be honest with you.
well, sometimes when you're sweaty, it like really brings up the
pheromones.
Bro, we're all projecting each other. And,
exactly.
You know, like,
Quit projecting on me, dude.
And so, and so you were on Kinetic Field at 9,
yeah,
right?
Kinetic,
Oh my goodness. So like, tell me like, what was that like? That's incredible.
It was amazing. I've been playing for EDC for like maybe 9 years. I'm probably one of the only DJs, I think the only one actually, that does like normally Dream State and then Basscon, which is obviously a trance and hardstyle. I built my brand up pretty well. We've done a lot of big like shows like Palladium and stuff, so they finally given me main stage at Kinetic, and it was packed out. It was amazing, and I've got to play all genres in one set.
I love that.
Yeah, man, it was an experience because I mean, like for most DJs, getting to main stage at Vegas is a tough one. It's like doing like an ultra main stage, which it's tough. So it was a big milestone for me, and it was amazing.
And was this your first time on main stage?
Yeah, I've done circuit grounds before, but this is the biggest
like,
one.
Yeah, it's like, okay, cool.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
It was great, bro.
It's like a milestone within a milestone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I love that for you. I was reading a bit about you before this interview, and I saw something that I wanted to ask you, and you may have been asked this before in an interview, but I saw that Armin van Buuren once referred to you as the bad boy of dance.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Is there? Yeah, you don't know why. I was like, what's the story behind that?
I'll be honest.
Like, how bad are you?
Yeah.
I used to party. I'm British, and we go hard. Like, you know, you Americans, you party, but like in the UK, dude, like it's another level.
Of course.
And I was pretty big partier. But I'm nowadays I've grown up a little bit. Live in the countryside.
Hell yeah.
And I've got sheep in my back garden. There's cows. A bit of a farmer.
Damn.
So
wow.
I'm not as hardcore as I was. I think. But I might have a couple of drinks tonight, boys. You know.
Yeah.
So I guess I was a bad boy in the sense of I do everything that everybody else does, but I was just honest about it.
Yeah.
You know,
wow.
like,
Okay, I love that.
You see some of these like older DJs that like or like try and be a bit straighter on the branding, but I've seen them drinking all the time.
Yeah.
Love it, boys. Yeah. Love it, lads.
It's all a facade, dude.
Yeah.
So the bad boy's still in there.
The bad boy. There's always going to be a little bit of bad boy there.
You got that dog in you, dude.
Yeah,
that dog.
So you said you have goats? Is that what you said?
We got sheep in the back garden.
Okay.
I've got chickens. Cows there, obviously a dog. I'm a country boy, man.
And do these animals have names? Do you have favorites?
Yeah, my dog's called Ayla.
Ayla.
Yeah, Ayla. And it's actually named after a song that I remixed years ago, and it's a really like legendary song back in the UK, like a trance anthem. So
that's beautiful.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Going through the Rolodex of memories that you've had through the years of being at EDC. What is your favorite memory to date? Like, what is something that like sticks out to you?
I mean, like tonight would definitely be in the top 10 shows. Like, I think it was a milestone for me. Sometimes there's shows that aren't. I mean, tonight was great, but there are some shows you go to that aren't necessarily incredible, but they have meaning. It's like when you buy a bit of jewelry or people say about a watch, you need to have like a moment. It needs to have a reason and be a milestone. So I think sometimes moments are like can be good for not just only because of the size of the crowd, but because it's something that you've dreamt of. So I think tonight was important.
Just knocking it off the board, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Just
like,
checking them off the list.
I always was one of those DJs that was like, I wasn't really accepted for being different, and I think I've created such a cool fan base, which we call the Misfits. We call them Misfits, so they don't.
Yeah.
I love that.
And I think like now, like obviously getting to mains and creating such a big movement, I think like now everyone's kind of accepting what I do, and I love them for it. Like it's awesome, man.
Well, dude, that's fucking awesome, man. I'm proud of you. That's sick, dude.
I'm familiar with some of your music, but I wanted to ask you: have you ever dabbled in like dubstep or bass music? Being from like that area, has that ever crossed your Ableton template?
Yeah, I mean, I literally was on like. Oh, sorry, I'm just getting stopped here.
Of course, we got it.
I actually had one of these things where I kind of like grew up with Andy C.
Okay.
So drum and bass was big to me.
Yeah.
So Andy C and a few other things.
I need to turn on his mic.
Darren Styles has just jumped in on our interview now as well.
They made me crash it.
Well, if there was going to be one DJ that...
if anyone's going to crash,
if anyone was going to crash, it would be Darren Styles,
dude. Let's go.
Had to do it.
We were talking about like if I ever played dubstep, and ironically, when we did Beyond Wonderland back to back together, which was super packed, it was ridiculous. I actually saw Headaches earlier in the hotel, and I mentioned about some of the bootlegs he sent to us, and I know Darren comes from the UK hardcore, seen a lot back in the day, and drum and bass is massively attached to that. So
super.
I'm kind of the same. I would listen to Darren's I don't want to make him feel old, but I would listen to Darren's tunes like in the shower as a kid.
Sure.
Or as a
Same,
not a kid, a
actually.
teenager,
Yeah.
so make him feel better.
In the shower.
In the shower as well, dude.
That's the same place I listen to.
Laughing up to save me.
Yeah.
Love it, love it.
So yeah, so like drum and bass would be big for me, and I'm sure I can't speak on Darren, but
Yeah, no, I love drum and bass. I've always loved drum and bass.
The question was, like, being from the area you're from and stuff, like, have you ever dabbled in dubstep as a kid or, like, before hard dance in any way?
I mean, drum and bass, I used to play a lot of drum and bass back in the day.
Awesome.
he probably doesn't realize that because when we hear dubstep, we
No,
think
I know.
of the,
No,
yeah,
I
yeah,
get it.
yeah.
I get it. No, I make dubstep, but I know the roots, and really just I'm just curious if you ever dabbled in bass music, because I'm familiar with the music and it's bassy, it's heavy, but
I think dubstep as a genre, I don't think in the UK, and I might be speaking to out of time, I don't think for us, I think it was always D&B at like one, it was always like 175.
That's it for you, yeah.
But dubstep would traditionally be more like 150, and I think that when that new like EDM era came here specifically, it didn't really hit the UK too much, did it? In our world too much.
Yeah, it's
it was
much
more
different.
D&B, but I do love dubstep a little bit of it as well.
Cool.
But
That's
D&B
good to
is
hear.
just growing at the moment, right? Especially in the UK. I mean, I think you guys as well for drum and bass.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, yeah. Drum and bass is like exploding here, which I love seeing. We had a Dimension and
he
we
was
had
before
Netsky.
me.
Yeah, and like just they're ecstatic to see the feedback.
We
of
like
the genre.
4x4, so like we like putting like a 4x4 beat under.
Yes.
I did a remix of Dimension, Turn It Up actually.
Perfect. Yeah.
And then like Darren's got loads of edits for the 4x4.
I think that's really cool right now, like the psytrance into like a D&B thing or like
They
a
call it
harder
techno
style.
sometimes.
Yeah.
They still call it techno.
Yeah,
It
or, you
works
know,
so
there's
well.
so many.
TikTok techno.
It's apples to apples now. It's like,
techno. I like that.
I mean, like the biggest hardstyle record is called. I mean, it literally says "I live for hardstyle, baby." It's a Showtech record,
Yeah.
but they still call it techno, even though it says "I live for hardstyle."
That's crazy.
baby."
Yeah.
Call it whatever you want,
Splitting
just
hairs.
listen to it, dude.
Yeah.
I don't care. Hey, let's go back 12 years ago.
Yes.
Okay.
All right? You made history by being the first hardcore act to play EDC. How does that feel to be still here? Like,
I mean, it's pretty cool.
fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't have believed it
Yeah.
if you'd have told me that. What did you say, 12 years ago?
12 fucking years,
12
dude.
years ago.
He's only 21. How can
Yeah.
it be 12
Yeah.
years ago?
Fucking Benjamin Button over
I
here.
wish I was.
Let's go.
I wish I was. But yeah, no, it feels great to
Yeah,
to
man.
still be asked back, to be
Yeah.
honest. So yeah, no, it's a phenomenal feeling, really.
How does it feel for you being so involved in the scene for so long? I mean, literally one of my first EDM records was Flashlight by
Wow.
you, yeah, and you're singing on that
Wow.
too, right?
Shoot.
Yeah,
It's like
and
2008.
I was gonna say 2008. I was in 8th grade. And I was my first like entrance into just electronic music, and I heard that record, and me and my best friend, we listened to it all the time. And I told him, I was like, I'm gonna interview him tonight, so I'll tell him that we love what you do, and you've been
That's
doing it
so
for
cool.
so long, so consistent. Like, how does it feel to like be here after all these years?
Again, I kind of, I just try hard to kind of stay as relevant as I can. I just love the music, I love everything about it, and I think the thing I find the most difficult is that I think that the longer I'm in it, because I've got music from a long time ago and obviously music that I make today, there's only so many tunes I can fit in, especially when I'm only going an hour.
Yeah, dude. Your catalog's probably
It's a good
like...
problem to
Yeah, so
have.
it's difficult to kind of please everybody.
I can imagine.
But equally, I don't want to just play old all the time. I want to kind of try and move forward.
Yeah.
But
He doesn't realize in his scene, like there's no one that makes tunes in that genre. Like Darren's always got the biggest tunes.
Yeah.
So like when I go, like when I'm not, I hate playing with Darren on the same lineup because obviously I've got no tunes to play.
Yeah, just cut
because all
them
of
all
Darren's tracks are ridiculous. But when I would like be at other festivals and Darren's not on there, and you know most weeks when I'm away somewhere random,
that's
everyone is playing. It's always Darren's tracks are played all night, like just all night, and they just work. So like he obviously
Amazing.
He's obviously got something going, mate. So,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
absolute legend. I have a really great question actually. I am a producer myself, and I was just curious, like, where do you find your kicks? Do you synthesize your kicks? What is your way of finding kicks? Because it's such a foundational element of the music you both make.
Trance originally, like back in the day, do you remember the Vengeance packs?
Oh, the Vengeance.
Packs, yeah.
Vengeance
Are you
packs.
still dipping into those even
Brother.
today?
Yeah, when
Yeah.
I was doing trance, there was one kick that everyone used.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cracked on the EDM
And
bedroom
Silent, there was
producer forum
Adam
on
Van Baker
Facebook.
pack for Silent,
Yeah.
which everyone used the same lead. It's a plot called Let Go. And I think like everyone used the same thing, but now with Splice, I actually just bumped into Sarah De Warren a minute ago as well, who had like, one of the biggest Splice packs as well. I mean, she did some massive records with her vocals you can find on there were massive when we were talking about that. So I think like most of the people have really, it's kind of, especially I think more in your scene, like with the hard, well, more let's say more hardstyle. You can't really sample kicks. It's like a no, isn't it?
I don't think it's as taboo as it used to be. Like
Yeah.
before, it was kind of like if you didn't. I mean, I can't make one of those proper hardstyle kicks. but most of the people these days will sample loads of different ones and use the punch from one part, the middle from another part, the tail from another part, and call it their own kick. But like a real connoisseur would know where those
one of the best kicks I think is I got to give a shout out to Distorted Dreams. I think the We Come One kick.
That's a sick
the track I did with We Come One. I did like the breakdown on it, and he did all the drums and the kick and bass and stuff. That kick it's been stolen by about 20 people. Like I know, and it's
been reused.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And I always wondered where they did it, but they made it from scratch.
But the thing is, that is the thing about dance music. It was built on samples, right? So that's what people do.
Yeah. It's just part of life, you know.
Just four lads talking about kicks right now, honestly. There's nothing else I'd rather be doing at EDC.
It's more about, I've always a Darren Styles quote is, it's all about the melody, I think is something you said to me before.
Straight up.
It's true. It's timeless. If you get a melody and a big vocal, timeless, rather than just like banging beats that don't do anything.
I mean, like the banging tunes always work from a dance floor point of view, but if you want something to be timeless and stand the test of time, as long as you got a big vocal or a big melody.
Hence Avicii, hence Swedish House Mafia. Like, these things are like that genre will never be forgotten.
Look at Calvin Harris, every tune he makes.
Yeah.
And Darren, do you find yourself starting with the vocal and the melody first, or are you more?
I usually start with like chords and a melody really, and then the vocals come
from there.
After that,
and then the production. Yeah, that's awesome. I think that's the best way to do it, especially given your talented.
I just get sent demos that are like pretty much already sound good. So I'm like, okay, cool, that's gonna work. Yeah.
And if you can make 4 chords and your voice sound good, when the production's there, it's gonna be really hitting.
So I want to like have a CCTV in his studio and just watch what's going on because
just do a live stream.
He's doing something. No, don't give it away. He's got something. Don't give it away.
There's something special going on.
It's like you giving away. You know, this jacket. I went to Hollywood Boulevard.
He knows exactly.
I found a little shop, and I saw this, and I was like, no one's going to have that. I think Timmy's got a similar one, but it's not that one. And he walked in a bit tonight, and I've always been too scared to wear it.
Imagine if you don't want it tonight.
I've been too scared to wear it, and I see him, and I was like, what a guy. Yeah.
Why are you too scared to wear it?
I'm too scared to wear it. I think it's
You're the bad boy, dude. Come on.
It's out there, isn't it? It's a bit out there, but like, mate, you're rocking it, and now I'm going to start wearing it.
Yeah, you just have to send it, you know?
Yeah, I'm going to send it.
No one will know it's your first time wearing it. We'll all just think you like wear it all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Let's get back to the action at EDC Las Vegas, and we appreciate you being here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, guys.